Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of the podcast, Constructing the Composable Enterprise for Your Digital Marketing Strategy. In the last episode, we learned how to define our digital marketing strategy. Through the monetization approach, we designed an end-to-end process that will be the starting point for our foundation project, the goal of which is realizing a digital marketing platform as the first part of a digital transformation journey. In today's episode, we will learn how to implement the monetization approach in a B2C scenario. So let's continue our top-down journey. We started from the definition of the strategy, and we will work towards defining the rest of the components of the end-to-end solution. Today, we'll pretend that we're a consumer product company called abc.com, and we'll see how to adopt a monetization pattern called the magic question. Then we'll see a demo of the end-to-end solution implemented at TechEdge. Finally, we will try to understand which criteria should be used when designing the architecture and choosing the software components in the age of the composable enterprise. Let's keep in mind that our goal, through the monetization approach, is to incentivize consumers' interactions with our company in order to raise the sales and thereby the revenues. In this case, we chose the monetization pattern called magic question. This pattern simply consists of asking the customer if he needs any help, if he needs any information or support on a product. This is done in order to encourage his interaction with the company. To take full advantage of this pattern, first off, we need a consumer contact center, which is able to manage all of the client's requests effectively. This way, we can generate positive opinions about our brand and our products, leading to more advocacy and sponsorship. Furthermore, we also have to use all of the information that the customer is providing us with his request in a profitable way. For example, we can perform a product recommendation campaign by suggesting that he buy other products of ours that he may be interested in. In this way, we increase cross-selling and start a cross-fertilization process of our products or brand. A last consideration before moving forward. The magic question pattern, implemented here in a B2C scenario, can be effectively applied in a B2B scenario as well. Therefore, all of the concepts explained in this video can be easily transferred to a B2B scenario. Let's imagine placing a label on the packaging of our product that suggests the customer to scan a QR code if they need help or if they're searching for some information on the product. This is a very common pattern in the consumer product sector, but it's not always leveraged to the best of its ability. By scanning the QR code, the consumer is directed towards a landing page, meaning a contact form where he can submit his request. In this case, the marketing action related to the user interaction is a direct email campaign. Therefore, the submission of the consumer's request and data will trigger the dispatch of a recommendation email. Now let's see it in action with a demo of the scenario implemented on our lab systems. Let's assume that we are the consumer. In front of us, we have a brand new purchase, a product from abc.com called Digital Marketing Puzzle. In the lower left corner, on the product packaging, we can see the label with the magic question. That suggests to scan the QR code if we need any help. The consumer scans the QR code through the smartphone camera and accesses the contact form. In order to facilitate the filling out of all the requested information, we integrated social login features. In this way, the consumer simply needs to click on the icon of his favorite social network and agree to the use of his contact information. He only needs 2 clicks in order to fill out all of the required fields. The contact form is designed to be simple and linear, so as to guide the consumer towards the desired action in a natural way. The user writes his request. And clicks on the submit button. A few seconds later, he receives a recommendation email with suggestions on new products he might want to purchase based on his interests that we have determined from both information contained in the QR code and the information collected from the social network. The email also suggests to install the loyalty app. Let's analyze the main features of the solution. In the contact form, we integrated a social login feature that allows the number of consumer interactions to grow by drastically simplifying the filling out of the information and increasing the quantity of data that we can collect from social networks with the owner's consent. The layout must be simple and linear so that filling in the fields is intuitive to the user. The two fundamental rules are to display only the information that the user really needs and suggest only one possible action in order not to confuse the consumer. In this case, we only have one large button to submit information. Mobile first. This form is implemented with a responsive UI that can adapt to any device. This is a key feature since we can see from the chart the percentage of people who use the smartphone to access the internet has been growing for years. With the responsive UI, the access to the form is granted from any kind of device. Now let's analyze the content of the instant recommendation mail. Here we call it the welcome mail. In the mail body, a link to an FAQ section can be inserted. This way, we can provide immediate support to the user and thus raise the so-called Net Promoter Score, reducing the number of requests that need to be managed through our consumer contact center. Then there's a product recommendation section, where we suggest a new product based on the interests and vital statistics, for example, age. The goal of this section is increasing cross-selling and cross-fertilization. The recommended product is determined through an adequate segmentation model that has to take into consideration the right digital properties. Finally, we suggest installing a loyalty application to incentivize the consumer interaction and share other promotional campaigns through the app, generating advocacy and sponsorship. Now let's see how we can realize some of these types of solutions. The first step towards the implementation of a digital marketing platform is to choose a software platform. In this picture, we can see all of the products available in the marketing technology sector. Given the large number of products available, a question arises: how do I choose the best software? The first consideration is that, in most cases, we can't find a single product that offers an end-to-end solution for digital marketing. And this is even more true for enterprises and large enterprise companies. In order to implement a flexible, efficient, and cost-effective end-to-end solution, we need to integrate different products. This is the result of today's rapid technological evolution that has radically changed the way companies buy software and implement their solutions. This new method is called the composable enterprise. Modern solutions are designed and built by integrating different platforms through open API interfaces and leveraging the so-called microservices to manage very specific tasks more effectively. Given the previous consideration, how can we choose the best combination between all of these components? The answer is, it depends on your IT application landscape and on the digital marketing strategy that you want to implement. Here we're assuming that there's an SAP-based application landscape. As a result, we've decided to adopt the SAP Hybris Marketing as our digital marketing platform, integrating it with SAP HANA Cloud, SAP Cloud for Customer, Gigya, Amazon Web Services, and MindTouch. With these components, we will implement an end-to-end process with the following steps. Collect. That is collecting the contact information and the consumer's requests through a contact form, as we've seen today. Manage. That is managing the contact information and the collected interactions and requests. Segment. That is the segmentation of our database into proper groups of consumers to whom we can address our marketing actions. Execute. That is executing the chosen marketing action, in this case, a direct email campaign. Measure. That is collecting feedback in order to measure the effectiveness of our marketing actions, so as to adjust and fine-tune them if necessary. Our second episode ends here. In the next episode, we'll learn how to implement the first step of the process, the collect stage, using the selected software components. Here's my personal contact information. If you have any questions or doubts, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll be more than happy to answer. So thank you again for joining, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.